Ooh, what do we have here? Ooh, sugar with honey on top.
Yep.
Welcome listeners to the Highly Doubted Podcast. Another episode. We have to take a moment here, guys. We have to take a little moment, a moment of silence, if you will.
I was about to say a moment of silence.
Thank you. Episode 46. I know there was a lot of episodes point this and point that on the last one, but this episode 46, we're back in Boobless. Oh Lord, it's happened. Oh,
yes,
Lord.
it has happened.
Oh Lord, talk to us. You have the floor. Let us know how you feel.
Feel a little lighter. Ain't even gonna lie. I feel lighter. I was a nervous wreck, bro. So you know how they be like, you can't eat or drink the night before, like at 10 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So I ate at like 8:50. Took all my insulin and all that stuff. Took all my medicine. And what's it called? As soon as 10 o'clock hit, I was still on a phone call with a client at work. But one of my supervisors was like fucking with me, and I'm like, stop fucking. I was like, I just need you to tell me that you're gonna reactivate this stateroom. Like that's all I need you to do. Yes or no? Or do the math. Don't tell me to do the math, because I started feeling nauseous. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna throw the fuck up. I'm gonna throw up. So soon as I got that person off the phone, I ran to the bathroom. I was so nervous. I threw up everything. As soon as 10 o'clock hit, I threw up everything. I was like, oh my God, I don't even know where this came from. Like, because it's like the realization sit in, basically, because they say don't eat.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, so I was sick all night and all morning until I got to the hospital. I had nothing in my stomach because I threw it all up.
Good. That's what they wanted you to do.
No, they didn't. Shut up.
They wanted you to throw it all up so we can get in there clean. Let's just get in there clean with no extra mess.
So I get there, me and my mother. I'm still a nervous wreck, so she's trying to make me laugh and shit on the way there. And we were like 5 minutes. I was like, oh my God. I was like, Mom, it's getting worse. I had nauseous again. I was like, we're 5 minutes away. I was like, I don't think I can do this. And then we get there, and the lady is taking us up to, like, the private rooms and stuff. And we're in the elevator, and I whispered to her, I said, so what if I change my mind? And she tilts her head to the side, and she's looking at me, side-eyeing me. I said, I'm just joking. She was like, girl, I was about to say. Everybody in the elevator started laughing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm joking. Because I'm back. I'm playing. Calm down. She was like, after all this, you gonna change up? Girl, you better get your ass in the room.
Mm-hmm. Them titties is about to be. You about to have cutlass titties. That's what you about to have.
Mm-hmm.
So, have you seen them, or are they wrapped up? You can't tell us. What's the recovery?
6 weeks. But I will be able to see them in 2 days.
Oh. Do you know what size you are now?
No, I do not until, you go get resized again. They do it by grams, so
Oh, is this the after or is this still before?
The marketings is before.
Oh my gosh. Oh Lord, it be there is a new woman with titties in town.
You get a new.
Lord jeez Louise. Well, listeners, I want to let you guys know this has been long awaited. All right, we've been talking about this for countless episodes. Okay,
had to stop smoking.
Whitley had to make strong sacrifices for this procedure, and it is done.
Dumb.
And now, do you still have to do the second, or is that already been done?
Well, no, both titties done.
No. I thought you had to get your knee done.
No, that's still in the works. I have to get my sugars down, but now that I realize I'm type 1, that is going in the right direction, because when I went to surgery, they was like, oh, you're at 120 glucose. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, so I'm in the right direction.
Well, good. I'm glad you're going in the right direction. We have topic today, and most of these topics are motherfuckers going in the wrong direction. That's what the fuck is going on tonight. All right.
Hey, man.
Let me tell you something. We are going through a lot of things. We missed a lot of heavy topics in real time. Well, not real time, but we could have covered this earlier, but we had a bonus episode and my birthday and surgeries. As you see, there was a lot of things happening to where we couldn't get on what was going on right now, but here we are, and we're not
fresh out the surgery. We here for some shit.
We are here, and Cam will join us, and when Cam will join us in time. Cam, our third, he will be here. Episode 46. I already said that. Let's get into the topics, damn it. Now,
let me discuss one thing.
Go ahead.
Cash App CEO murder.
Yes.
Let me get my dark bag early. Early.
No problem. That is, go ahead.
I only say this because I read this when I was at the hospital getting my surgery done. And I read it out loud. My mother sitting next to me, and she said, I guess he owed somebody some money.
Wow.
That is my mother's reaction. So the darkness doesn't just come from me. It was spawned out of my mother. I just want to say that, people. She's a dark one. Don't let that old happy person fool you. That happy old little lady fool you. She a dark one. Because I look at her like, oh. I said, you right, mama. You right. You got that right. He owed somebody some Cash App money.
That's so.
Motherfucking pay up. Okay.
Bob Lee, the CEO founder of Cash App, was fatally stabbed near the downtown in San Francisco. He was murdered.
Mm-hmm.
Now, obviously, rest in peace. Condolences to his family. But this is this is going to be a dark episode itself because of the topics we have here. But
oh yeah,
here's my thing. This is not new news in terms of big, highly millionaire status men, women. I've really seen men mostly die just off of some crazy shit. Murdered.
Like, did they know who he was when they stabbed him? Because I didn't even know Cash App. I didn't even know CEO had a cat. I didn't know Cash App had a CEO. Honestly.
First of all,
all companies have CEOs, duh, with me, but I didn't know who the fuck this nigga was.
I think there's a pattern here that I'm noticing that is getting to a place where people who were, let's say, young millionaires, young blood millionaires, they're dying like rappers in the street. Like, I've seen more cases of crypto millionaires billionaires, young boys, young dudes, dying, drowning, natural causes, stabbing. These men who created these billionaire corporations in a very short amount of time, new money. There we go, new money. Look, getting tagged out like the mafia. Like this is like mafia shit right here.
Oh yeah, I read something a while ago too. Sorry for interrupting you.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I didn't know there's an actor in Harry Potter, and he got killed, and he was in only one Harry Potter movie. Like he wasn't like he was only in one scene. He didn't even get to make it big. Like big. I mean, I'm sure he's got like backup money now, but that really shocked me. Like, and I think it was someone close to him. Can't remember the name. I apologize, but because I was reading about who all passed away from Harry Potter, like the movies. That is a very, very lengthy list. Some people I didn't even know were dead.
Well,
that's like 25 people.
Well, are you saying that this list is not coincidence? Are you saying this is not by mistake? Are you saying these cast members were cut down mafia style? Is that what you're saying?
Nah, that one person was cut down mafia style. The rest of them, I think, were like natural causes and like old age and stuff.
I'm about to say there was a bunch of in terms of the professors and how they were perceived, they were older actors and actresses who played the role. So
yeah, but the one that I'm talking about that like got killed by somebody else, he was a teenager. He was young.
Can you, just for the sake of this conversation, can you please pull up who you're talking about, just so we can have the proper respect?
Okay, yeah, I'll pull it
up. A dark episode indeed. As Whitley's looking that up, we'll continue through the list, and we're not here to waste time, because there's a lot of things going on that we didn't talk about last week, obviously because of celebrations. But we got to talk about this now, which is the whole, because we can get into full assist later.
I found it.
Okay, yeah. So who is the person?
His name was Rob Knox. In 2008, Harry Potter actor Rob Knox, 18, was stabbed to death just days after he had filmed his breakthrough role as Marcus Belby in Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince.
What was his name?
Rob Knox.
Oh, right. Rest in peace, Rob Knox.
Just days after. Like that I felt that. When I read that, I felt it. I was like, really? Wait, and that's so weird. He was stabbed. That's why it reminded me of him, because he was stabbed to death.
Very vicious.
First of all, let's put everybody in stabbing people.
Well, this isn't a segue, but I'll make it one. This is where you motherfuckers, including you, like to glorify the serial killer, the notorious, infamous serial killers of whatever decade in time, and you're researching your documentation. Some people take it to an extreme and want to live out these things, and I feel like I'm not, this is like me trying to say video games like Grand Theft Auto make kids shoot people, but this is one of the things where real life people who do real heinous crime, especially serial, and they are notorious, should not be glorified. They should not get their they should not get a documentary. They shouldn't get a series. They shouldn't get anything to even have anyone of your favorite actor or actress portray them. Like, so, yeah, stabbing, I mean, like, again, and I'm not just going to put it down on that, but it's one of those situations where it's like, bro, let's let's minimize the influence so we can have a better society. How about that?
Snap fingers, snap fingers, snap fingers, snap, 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 snap.
Yeah.
I was being serious.
No, I appreciate it. We're gonna segue back to the topics, but we're still on the bullshit. This actually hits home because this was some bullshit that happened at A&T. So let me get this shit correct, because this is where motherfuckers take it too far. I mean, they take it too far, take it too far as it is, but I can't even find the bullshit because the shit is so fucking heinous. But long story short, there was a white boy who allegedly came to the campus with an armed. He came to the he came to the campus armed, right? He came to the campus armed, and he had whatever, some type of dumbass reason to have his rights to have these weapons on campus, and he was apprehended and taken away, and nobody was harmed, nobody was hurt.
Goddamn right.
But this is the shit I'm talking about, bro. Like, there was some type of video of the man or the boy who tried to say that whatever the situation wasn't as serious. But I mean, this is where it doesn't matter, right? And I say that because not just because of black folk, not just because of my college A&T, but because of how certain groups are protected and certain groups aren't. Even to a point where, let's just say, for the Stop Asian Hate, right? That, from my knowledge, came about because there were some teenagers, I want to say preferably black teenagers, who assaulted an elder Asian man or an elder, and from that story spawned the campaign, and that campaign was pushed, and that campaign was promoted, and that campaign was heavily funded and made sure there was awareness. And for those people in that community, applaud to them because they had the access to do that. Where is it for us in this situation? Because this is not new. This is a part of a bunch of trail of white people getting into primarily black spaces and doing harm without any type of penalization or death. So when it comes to these type of stories, I tend to shake my head, because all we're going to get is a story, some people talking about it on the platform about how this is wrong and how things need to be changed and how the comment section is outraged. But what money and what real shit is being pushed to where this shit will never happen again? Because A&T is one of the most prestigious HBCUs in the nation. So the fuck you do it here, the fuck you do it anywhere. Not saying it's okay because it's A&T or not A&T. What I'm saying is there's just boundaries. There's boundaries, damn it. And when boundaries are crossed, there needs to be some repercussion. And unfortunately, we as a community do not have the access or resources to enforce a repercussion when shit like this happens. And we need to start doing that ASAP. Because the last thing I need is to hear another story like that happen at A&T and there's actually bodies on the floor. Because that shit will break my heart.
Bodies that you may know too, like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
it's time for a change, bro. It's time for a change. And I know I say I want to get a gun and all that stuff, but I want to take the proper route and like get trained properly and all that stuff. Like, I want a gun, but
get a gun.
I am gonna get a gun, but I feel like getting trained and like actually held accountable is my number one priority. and that costs money. So I'm gonna wait, and when I do, I'm gonna get properly trained. Like, I'm not, these people just out here having guns and not having the proper mindset. Mind you, yeah, I would need a psych eval. I am a little fucking crazy. It is documented, but I'm not out here crazy that I want to shoot a whole bunch of motherfuckers.
Well,
but
go ahead.
I was gonna say something, but that's a little dark. I'm gonna keep that to myself. I'm gonna keep that to myself. I was gonna say something, but all in all, yeah, I would use it as protection. That's the only reason. That is the only reason to have a gun, is for protection. And then if you go for hunting, which is another cool thing, I do want to do that too.
See?
But those are for the proper reasons.
Yeah. I love Whitley in this space, right? Because she's giving you guys the properness and the, mature take, and that's what we need in this one. Well, that's good that she's doing that. I'm here for the nigga shit. Here for the nigga shit. Now, here's what I'm glad Whitley went first, because I agree with that 1,000%. But on the other goddamn side, because this hits personal, because this is for all my A&T folk listening, because y'all know this shit. And I ain't about to expose nobody, but y'all know what the fuck I'm about to say. There's a code in this motherfucker, right? A&T specifically, especially when it comes to just people who are from Greensboro and go to A&T, and then the locals who live around A&T and just see the college life because there's so many people going in and out of your neighborhoods. For all the niggas who got niggas who are locals, who live around the neighborhood, they got that thing on them. They all got that thing. Every single one of them got that thing on them, right? They ain't never been to school, never been to A&T, never probably have a thought of going to A&T, but they know the culture that they live in, which is a college town, and they know when to get rowdy and when not to get rowdy. Now, having said that, I know a lot of niggas who got beef with other niggas, and they'll take it wherever they need to take it, but they will not take it on A&T's campus. No, they do not. I'm talking about local niggas. Like, there's just a no. Like, when certain, I think I said this before, but like when locals who know that you're a college student, you go to A&T, they're like, "What you doing around here? Nah, get away, get out of here. Nah, you ain't supposed to be around here. Skedaddle, right?" And that's just the proper respect. You know what I'm saying? That's just an unspeakable. And we black, nigga. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, they see it in your eyes. They know, like, you know what I'm saying? You a college kid. You trying to get your degree. You just don't happen to be in the situation. You get the fuck out of here. That's more. Thank God that's how my situations have went, and how some of the hood niggas I know, local niggas I know, have treated it. But in terms of how niggas get down, they get down. What I'm saying is, there are people who love guns, whether they own them legally or not. But there's just you can't even have. First of all, you can't even have arms on campus anyway. Period. End of sentence. But, bro, no. If the niggas who live across the street who got they shit loaded, armed to the teeth, know better than to come on the A&T's campus because they're just because, then why do your white privileged ass think you could do that? Like, what in your brain thinks that you are above that rule, right? Because if you bring harm to any of these people or college kids who are related to these hood niggas around here, it's gonna be a problem. Fucking problems. And honestly, not to bring shame on my school, but we're just in this space here. But in terms of just even the casualties or even gun cases or emails that we get as A&T students during GHO, mainly around GHO, where the situation happened, probably might be student housing, but it ain't on campus. Never.
I'm gonna out for GHO now that I'm booby list.
No, GHO is a wonderful, greatest homecoming on earth. Let's not get it twisted. But definitely be careful where you're going. But like again, for my
you coming with me? I ain't going by myself. The
fuck. I ain't been there with G-Ho. I need to go, obviously.
I ain't going by myself. I don't even know the school. The fuck?
At Geek Pride.
Alright, calm down.
No. That needs to be addressed, especially in this situation. So shout out to all my ad geeks. You know what I'm saying? Stay up, stay strong. Keep your head on the swivel. You already know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? This is just bullshit.
What time is it? Because I believe it's 10 o'clock. 10:01. What time is it? What fucking time is it, Kev? KQ? Fucking time you got? Huh? You got 7 o'clock? 7:01? What's really good?
That is Lizzo, by the way. That is the picture. There's a picture really showing me it's Lizzo in a nice little headpiece, little headdress.
Would you like to know the backstory of that?
Sure.
So I'm sitting here eating my East Coast wings, my honey garlic.
All right, sponsorships.
Yes, because the bitches is busted. I be licking the shit out of that barbecue sauce. Anyways, so I'm sitting here and watching, The Mandalorian, and I look up and I see Lizzo's face, and I'm like, I know this ain't Lizzo on Star Wars. I know Lizzo ain't got a main part in Star Wars for like the main part in this episode. I know, well, sort of main part. I know that ain't Lizzo. So I'm like, it is Lizzo. So I keep watching. She's married. She's the Duchess. She's the queen basically of the planet. And she's married. Okay. So the dude starts talking. She's holding his hand, yada yada. Why the fuck I look up again? She is married to Jack fucking Black.
I can see that.
Cute. Actually, they do make a cute couple. I'm not even gonna fucking lie. But I was not expecting to see this buffoonery today. I was not expecting to see Lizzo. It's not buffoonery that she's there. It's just, that's how you know Star Wars touches everybody.
That's very true.
Like Lizzo and Jack Black. I mean, I can see Jack Black watching Star Wars, but Lizzo's always been a huge nerd. I just never realized she was a Star Wars nerd. And that takes a whole new picture for Lizzo for me. And once you find someone that's a Star Wars nerd, you be like, all right. It paints a different picture of nerd for them. Always. It doesn't matter.
Of course.
Even like Star Trek and stuff like that. Harry Potter, yeah, because that's Harry Potter. But when you say Star Wars, you just don't get on Star Wars because you looking for some like acting career. No, you gotta love Star Wars to get on Star Wars. You know what I'm
saying? Sheesh. This is a very good segue because there are a couple artists that were in very famous roles that you might not know. And I'm
Megan Thee Stallion or something too.
Megan Thee Stallion is a cameo on the She-Hulk series.
Yes. And she's on what's that stripper? I'm sorry, I forgot. It's the fuck. Why am I not thinking of this shit right now? Oh, P-Valley. She's on P-Valley too. Down in the valley where the hoes get naked.
See, I'm not familiar with that one. But damn it, I was trying to find the post that had the voice actors, the voice actors that were rappers.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yes. Wait, Young and May.
Came out, right?
Huh?
It just came out, right? With all the people and their voices on the voices that they did.
Yes. Young and May, she actually featured on We Bare Bears.
Yeah, that took me for a trip.
Busta Rhymes. I'm shooting off the hip right now. I'm still trying to find it. But Busta Rhymes also was the
I think I sent it to you.
off the Rugrats movie. Did you send it to me?
I think I sent it to somebody. Let me see. Let me check.
The Rugrats movie. He was the Reptar wagon. It was a very interesting post.
Yeah, it was like a lot of people.
But no, I'm just saying how it's just quickly how artists are getting into, acting, voice acting, just the entertainment industry is just transitioning really quickly from music to, on screen, whether you're acting or voice acting. I just see a lot of, and it's dope. Like it's dope. Like it's awesome. Like I always want to voice act, be a cartoon or be a comic book hero or whatever. If anything, I like voice acting better than actually being
in the movie or show.
I mean, yeah, but like sometimes if you get old, like you'll get old. So like you can't you'll be replaced. I mean, voice actors get replaced obviously, but like you'll have a longer longevity being a voice actor of a character than you would an actual person.
You know who doesn't get old? Tommy's voice.
Tommy.
Yeah, Tommy Pickles. She is forever gonna be Tommy Pickles' voice.
Oh yeah, no, they're and that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. Like voice actors have like a way longer longevity than like especially in anime.
Oh yeah.
Like the fact that Frieza is actually an elderly white woman, like that dub version.
What the hell?
You didn't know that?
Hell no! Don't even send me that. Send it to me later, cause I ain't fucking up this goddamn recording.
No, I'm not going. Well, you know what Frieza be saying. Just know that it's an elderly white woman saying that.
Wow.
With a nice little smile on her face.
You say all that ridiculous, crazy shit. Wow, she
Racist.
What? Yo, we went straight to racism.
She be calling Vegeta and Goku monkeys.
Right. I didn't forgot about that. I just was like, damn, she hella racist.
He is hella racist. And it's kind of interesting. Like a lot of female voice actors play men in anime. Like Naruto's voice. Well, at least when he was a kid. Well, no, no. She played Naruto's voice, the dub version as a kid, and in the Shippuden, and I think still now. It is a white woman. I don't know her name. Sorry, but the red-headed white woman. We know who she is.
You are stupid.
But nah, but like voice acting's dope. Most definitely, you can definitely get a career in voice acting. And you don't even have to be a celebrity. You could just be,
I would love to be a voice actor. If you could, who would you like to voice over for? A character that's already established.
Maybe an older Miles Morales. Voiceover. Maybe well traveled. Like he's probably been around the Avengers for a little bit. He's not so young and he ain't so young and naive. He's a lot more mature now.
No, that's crazy. You went to the multiverse. I want someone totally different.
Really? Like, oh yeah, no, I was like, or you know what I used to do when I was younger? When I had dreads, I was like, I definitely want to be Static Shock.
Yeah, I could see that one.
Oh man, you couldn't tell me I couldn't be Static Shock. You're too light skinned. But shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up!
No, I'm just saying. I didn't say you couldn't. I said I could see that one.
No, that's what they say. They were like my homeboys. I'll be like, yeah, I want to be a Static Shock. They be like, the Static Shock is like dark skin. I'm like, what the fuck are you trying to say? You saying I can't be Static Shock? What the fuck you trying to say? Daddy Shark a little bit dark. That's all I'm saying. He
calm down, kid.
He got a little more, but he got a little bit more metal. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think you can go get that high on that melanin scale. But
Wow, I can get the sun for a little bit. What you mean?
you can't get that much sun, goddamn it.
See, that's crazy.
You get that much sun, you can have cancer.
Wow. Well, that was one superhero that I definitely. I mean, not even being a character, but would definitely be in a voiceover, most definitely.
You know who I would choose?
So
you know Avatar, not Avatar, like Avatar, the Last Airbender.
Yeah.
So you remember the Earthbender? What's her name?
Tora?
Yeah, that's a bad bitch.
Yeah, if they took
I don't even care if she's blind.
No, it's even better because she's blind. You get to say more reckless ass shit. You think you stink meaner. No.
How you know? I was like, she was just reckless with her mouth, bro, and she was just gangster. Like that would be me. No, you know right now.
Yeah, no, she definitely played on her blindness a lot. It was very funny.
I loved her. That was one of my favorite characters. If I could be her voiceover, God be in heaven. I feel like I would be a good her, right?
If they went to HBO, sure. If Avatar the Airbender did a new season and they did it and they recast it and they went HBO, yeah, sure, you'll be perfect.
That's a good. Segue, because Harry Potter is making a TV series.
Yeah, I saw that. Are you with that? You fucking with that?
I'm fucking with it because they're doing like basically background stories. Like, so that's what it seems like. They're doing background stories, and I'm here for it. There was like a mock-up basically on Instagram, and it was talking about not Instagram but Reddit. I've been on Reddit for a while. Reddit got some shit on there. Okay, I've been sleeping on Reddit. And they had like a little poster, and it was called Marauders Map, and it's basically the story about James, Sirius, Lupin, and that bitch ass nigga
Peter Pettigrew.
Yeah, that bitch ass nigga. It's the story behind them.
I know you was talking about.
It was a story behind them and how the Marauders. I can't say this name correctly.
The Marauders Map.
Thank you. Marauders Map was made basically. I would fuck with that. And then like there was another concept, the founding father, the founders, and it's
houses.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm gonna butcher all their names. I'm not doing that right now. But it's a story of how Hogwarts was founded, basically, and how they did it. That would be dope as fuck as well.
Oh no, you don't.
Oh no. What?
Hold on. No. We have to give them their proper names. My mother listens in. She will be furious if we don't say their names.
Well, my ass is fucking a speech impediment. I don't feel like dealing with that shit right now.
Don't worry. Have no fear. KQ is here. It was founded in the 10th century by Godric Gryffindor, Rowena Ravenclaw, Helga Hufflepuff, and Salazar Slytherin. Each of them created a house in their names and thus established one of the best schools in the wizarding world. You say their names!
You say their names with some goddamn respect!
Yeah, say that to yourself.
Listen, I can't even say fucking Marauders Map. Leave me the fuck alone.
I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna say it off the fly, but I was really fucking up with Rowena. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck that up. But it's all right. I got you. I got y'all. I got y'all. Woo, woo, woo. Godric. You know I got you. All right. Yes, Cameron will soon join us in a little bit. We got that good old Harry Potter snippet out the way. Let's get back to business.
I'm really just stalling for the real shit that I want to talk about. And it's going to be real shocking because it's sports.
Ooh, well, we can get to some music while we wait for Cam. I think this is so interesting. Childish Gambino just put out, well, he was in an interview and he was asked about his most famous song, This Is America. And he said that in the concept of making the song, somewhere in the process,
you lying. I know what you're about to say.
It was a Drake diss.
You motherfucking lying.
That is what the man said. So allegedly,
I'm about to go back and listen.
Allegedly, the play on words, This Is America, followed by You Can't Be Slipping. Well, he says This Is America. That was the only line they had. And in that, it turned out to be some kind of alleged creative diss towards Drake to create the rest of the song. Not intentionally towards Drake, but he was honest enough to say that. This is where I'm looking at him like, you didn't have to say that. You didn't have to say that, sir.
So, what was the line? Say it again.
This is America. You
Bro,
can't
this
be slipping.
This whole time that this was a Drake diss? Nah.
I mean, he is Canadian. So if we're listening to what Childish is saying in the interview, and if we're playing, and he's telling us that this is what it was in the concept. So it's not just us pulling it out our ass. So that's where it's just such a funny thing to just look at now.
Sorry.
Smoking that gas.
I'm smoking a vape with non-nicotine in it because that's all I can fucking do.
Well, so yeah, Childish being childish, doing it again. Let's see here. I will send you the video. Let's get this. It started off as a diss track to Drake. And as the rest of the process went, it became something else.
Clearly.
So, hey man, sometimes you gotta get a creative. Shout out to Childish.
But why was he dissing him? Were they beefing?
I don't know. I have no idea. And this is the part where I don't play into beefs nowadays. But if we were to go back to 2018 and I see anything between Drake or Childish, no, I don't see anything or any connection that could have made that. But if he says in his own words that that's how it started off as a concept, then we got to take his word for it. So shout out to Drake for making another hit, I guess.
Yeah, that was more than a hit. Everybody, This Is America.
But I will say, if Childish would have came out and said this is a diss towards Drake, that would have been one of the best diss tracks ever. If he
wait, say that again because you're choppy.
If he came out,
what are you doing different right now? What are you doing different?
I'm not doing anything.
Okay, now all of a sudden you're talking clearly, huh? You was doing something just now. What was you doing?
I was on Instagram.
Get the fuck off Instagram.
Shut up. All right. Listen. If he started this track, if he would have came out with this track and said this is a diss song towards Drake, that would have been one of the best diss songs ever towards Drake. It would have been.
Especially the video.
if he came out and said, Drake's, if he would have said, Drake, I got smoke, come at me. And then Drake was like, all right, what you got? Yeah. Oh, shit. This nigga gonna fuck you up. This is
Bruh,
America.
he basically was talking shit at me when he did that. Yeah. Yo, he said this nigga, he be crying on the track too much. That's what I got from that.
But see, that would have been great for hip hop. That would have been. I think that's a loose moment. See, I was being mature at first, but now I'm being petty. That would have been great for hip hop if he would have came out and said, "Oh,
yo, I'm dead."
That would have been a great ass moment. That would have been a great moment for hip hop. Now, I'll be honest. I don't think Childish would have followed it up with anything, but I do feel like it would have been a great moment for hip hop to know that was clearly meant for Drake. And the fact that it was left field and that was a banger, man, shit. But I will say, Childish doesn't come off as like I ain't saying a battle rapper, but I don't think that he would have spent I don't think Childish would have spent his discography or making more music in his catalog just to diss Drake and only Drake. So, I mean, I guess it was better for him to just keep it to himself until this time.
Shit. That was technically a Drake diss. What, nigga? Yeah. Yo, I'm dead, bro. I'm fucking dead.
Oh shit, Drake, you ain't coming. Yeah, no, that would have been different. That would have been really funny.
Since we talking about classics, what you talking about with this Blockbuster return bullshit?
Yeah, see, now there was an article, not an article. There was a statement that said that they might be making a return, and I'm here for it.
Blockbuster, nigga.
Yeah, man. Like, see, this is the part where there's an experience that comes with minuscule things that we forgot about because they don't exist anymore. Blockbuster is one of those things. Blockbuster is not just a place where you go get the newest movie or the game. That is an experience. Like GameStop. Going to GameStop is an experience, right? You don't
I understand what you're saying, but GameStop gonna be absolute too. Fuck, I'm about to buy my shit on digital every fucking time. I'm not fucking playing with y'all.
True that, but this is where Blockbuster can make a comeback in a way that is retro and bring in people. See, they can do the regular Blockbuster thing, but this is where I just see in my creative business brain, you make it more than just a video place to go. You make it an experience. You have what's this place I used to go in Concord, California? It's called Phoenix Games, and it's a game store. It's like GameStop. They have the same things, but they have pinball machines in the back. They have arcades, like old Marvel vs. Capcom machines, right? So where you can also come back there and do other things and keep it like an experience. So you're not just there getting games. Tell your friends, blah, blah, blah. Blockbuster can definitely do that. Oh my gosh. Especially not even just that, but just having old PS2, old PS1, Nintendo, like all the old shit that probably is, if you're gonna...
I just had a good ass idea. What if Blockbuster had little rooms where you could watch the movie with beanbag chairs with your friends instead of renting it out? You rent them, you get they have rooms where you could just go and watch the movie and put it back on the shelf, but you gotta pay, of course. Pay per person in the room.
I ain't gonna lie, that seems like you would have to have other things than just film. You would have to have like snacks and...
Yeah, of course they pay for snacks and all that stuff.
Oh, see, I wasn't going that far. I wasn't going as far as people sitting down in Blockbuster. You stand up. Ain't nobody sitting down in here.
But I mean, that you said you want to bring it back.
No, you're right. I just
you gotta bring something different that no one's seen. What you know? And sometimes you just don't want to go all the way to the house. You're like, dang, you know what? Let's go rent one of these rooms real quick, and we just watch it real quick. You know, you and your friends. You know, because that's what you went to Blockbuster with. You went with your friends.
Mm-hmm. Well, that you know what? If Blockbuster were to renovate and they were to get like, I mean, they couldn't have the regular size Blockbuster space that they would. They would have to have extra space for that type of service. But I mean, if they were able to do it with the comeback, that'd be pretty dope.
Facts.
Aha! Man of the hour is finally here.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
This is how we do it. Na, 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 na.
We waited.
You boobless demon.
Ah!
We waited for you. We saved the best topics to when you got here, my brother.
I appreciate it.
Yes, so we just finished talking about Blockbuster and its alleged return, but now we're here to get into the real nitty gritty. We're going to start with Whitley because her beef starts in sports.
Wait,
hold on, Whitley.
Hold on, I got one question for you before you get into that.
Oh, go ahead.
Blockbuster's coming back?
Allegedly.
We just finished talking about it, bro. Yeah.
Oh, what? There's no point.
I said that.
There could be a way that it could bring a new renovation to the game by going retro.
Fuck no. Everybody has Roku remotes with every streaming service on it. They do not need Blockbuster unless they come out with like a Blockbuster streaming app.
That's probably what they're gonna do on the real.
Probably. I wouldn't doubt it. Cause you see, don't nobody go to Redbox no more.
I was about to say Redbox is on TV too, on app.
Yeah, exactly. So
I said that Blockbuster could be different in terms of making it an experience, not just a place to go.
Yeah, I see them more actually. Yeah, no, it can. Yeah, I would say that they're gonna be more of an app.
yeah, I could see them becoming an app or something like that. But if they going back to being a store where you got to come in there and get what you want, no. Unless it's like, unless they go to like exclusively being like a gaming store, like to beat out like GameStop and shit like that, where like they sell the systems, games and shit like that. But going for movies, yeah, not gonna happen.
And they can't come back. That's a Novant now. That's a Novant doctor's office. Sorry.
Oh yeah, you're right. It is.
And I think saving lives is more important than the Blockbuster. So that's crazy.
Yeah, but let's get to her beef. Who you?
Yeah,
beef?
man. Let me talk about it. So, what's that bitch's name? That did the not the black one, the white one. Where she did the fucking
Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, John Cena bullshit.
Yeah, Caitlin Clark. Oh, I'm glad we talked about this. I want to talk about this shit.
Yeah, we waited for you. I waited for you, damn it.
Good.
Why the fuck did no one see that shit? Everybody got mad at what's her name? Angel Reese?
Yeah,
Everybody got mad at her. But ain't nobody see that the white girl did it.
Yeah, well, I mean, they saw it. The only thing, as me being a sports enthusiast and an ex-athlete, all I can say is that the only reason people really saying shit about it, like everybody making it a race thing, but Caitlin Clark did it, and like she isn't in the right. I mean, she's a competitor, so I mean, obviously that shit is unsportsmanlike and no sportsmanship and shit like that or whatever. But if you go back and watch the game, Caitlin Clark is doing it after the game. Well, actually during the game, right? And she's kind of like directing it towards like the entire team. If you watch Reese, bro, Shawty literally follows this girl around the fucking court for 5 minutes. For 5 fucking minutes, bro. Like, get your get back. You know what I'm saying? When she did it the first time when the game ended, what you got to do? Throw your finger up and say that you won the ring and all that shit, but you followed this girl around the fucking court. That's why everybody blew that shit up. It's because you followed her. You made that shit bigger than what the fuck it was. And then, like, you blew it up because And then like it's a big thing because she waved off some South Carolina player, and I'm like, bro, if you watch basketball, if you pay attention to women's basketball, like everybody claims they do now, that is how they run their fucking offense in South Carolina, bro. They literally go to the top of the key, they sit there, and they pass the ball out. They knew that's what they were gonna do from the scheme, so that's why they waved her ass off. It had nothing to do with race, none of that shit. So to me, I feel like as a society in America, as usual, we are blowing this shit out of fucking proportion for no reason.
I felt that.
Because it's just like, bro, it's sport, it's fucking sports, bro. They're competitors, bro. I mean, niggas step over people when you get dunked on in the NBA, but don't nobody say shit about that. So it's just like, shut the fuck up.
I was about to say niggas fucking shoulder jab niggas when they walk past them. Like that right there is the most disrespectful shit in the world to me. When you shoulder jab somebody, oh my god. But and then like sports, I'm like, god damn.
And then like my biggest thing with that too is like it's not like them motherfuckers fought each other or something. They play basketball.
They know what it is. They know what like. This is why they play the game.
This is what they play the game for. Exactly. Catch knows this. He's a competitor too. So the fuck you play the game for? Shit, they get like that in playing video games, bro. It's part of the game. So these people blowing this shit out of fucking proportion with it are stupid. Just like, but nobody talks about how she's being disrespectful because she goddamn turning down the goddamn. She don't want to go to the White House, right? But they giving her this big ass platform and why she don't want to go to the White House. Cool. You don't go to the fucking White House? Don't go. Why is that a national story?
Yeah, I don't know why that was a national story. First of all, why don't change the rules, White House? I mean, First Lady, don't do that. That was
don't do that dumb shit. Don't do that.
Everybody knows the winner goes. First Lady, you fucked up. And then I wasn't saying like white girl for like racist and all that stuff. How you was like it's racism. No, I wasn't saying white girl like that. I was just saying because I don't know their names. Like you know, I don't watch sport like that.
I know. I'm just saying, like, in me speaking on how I felt about it too, because like at first I was like, well, people kind of going crazy with this damn Caitlin Clark and I was like, I feel Reese at the same time because it's like, yo, you sticking up, you know, you got all this shit and this shit, but I'm like, I mean, is it really that big of a fucking deal? Because if it was men's basketball and this shit happened, would nobody be saying shit? But it's women's basketball. They're trying to get women's basketball, like, you know, get them more publicity and more, you know, exposure and shit. So this is kind of why they're doing this shit. That's basically what it is. That's the only reason they're doing this shit. Because they don't really give a fuck, bro. Don't nobody give a fuck about women. I hate to say it, but don't nobody give a fuck about women's college basketball. Even the parents of the college athletes don't give a fuck about women's college basketball, bro. They don't care. So it's just like, y'all need to shut the fuck up and get the fuck on somewhere. And it's like, please watch the game, enjoy the game. All that politics shit, put that shit out the fucking window. Ain't nobody on the court that's making all these comments and shit. Everybody mad about these old ass white men making these comments. I was like, bro, niggas, these motherfuckers have been acting like this since before Twitter and all this shit was made, bro. So now y'all want to blow this shit up and be mad about it? Shut the fuck up. Like, just shut up. Shut up. There's other fucking shit in the world that we need to worry about, and we worrying about fucking Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark beefing about a goddamn you can't see me shit. Like, get the fuck on somewhere, bro. We about to go to fucking war again. They about to get rid of the fucking dollar and shit, but y'all niggas worrying about goddamn who the fuck should be able to do the you can't see me. Like, come on, bro.
You know, you guys are really kept up in the world, and every time, like, there's things that I just don't realize be happening.
Cam is podding today. I love it, Cam.
Yes.
Today, episode 46, Cam is podding. That's what I like, coming in hot.
Cam said I'm late, but I'm fucking here.
Yeah,
I'm just being real. I'm glad that was the first topic that y'all say because, I mean, like, I was thinking about that today because it's just like, yo, like, they really blowing this shit up. It's like we get these national televised stations, this shit, Twitter, we could be talking about how Trump facing like 39 fucking counts of felony counts, bro.
We're going to talk about that.
You know what? Let's talk about it. Go ahead, spit your shit.
He ain't had to take no goddamn mug shot. We ain't talking about none of this shit. But oh my God, the white girl did the goddamn you can't see me, and then Angel Reese did it, and oh my God, now it's a uproar. Shut the fuck up.
So Cameron, what is your thoughts on this Donald Trump thing? Because that's
we was waiting on you for that too.
Yeah, that's what the rest of these topics are really going to be about. America, the dollar, Trump.
Everything that you brought up, we waited for you, boo.
Yeah,
I'm listen to the mix. If the motherfucker isn't guilty, then fuck it. But if he's guilty, which more than half of them shits I'm sure he is guilty of, put his ass in jail. I mean, that's plain and simple. That's it. Because anybody else does those fucking crimes, there isn't even this publicity with it. You got your trial.
I need a mugshot with no headpiece on.
For real, though.
That would make my day.
And no makeup.
You mean a tan? That fucking spray tan.
Mm-hmm. His makeup.
So I was talking about this weeks ago. Well, no, Mama Shaki was talking to me about this weeks ago, and she was saying how, you know, if he is arrested for real and he goes to jail for real, she said it, and she was saying it. I laughed when she said it, but she was like, "Yeah, he gonna be the president from jail."
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "What?" I was just like, she looked at me. She
I can
was
agree
like,
with that. I can definitely agree with that.
He's like, yeah, he's like, if he goes to jail, then he's gonna be president from jail. Like that's what's gonna happen. And if it doesn't happen, then shit is up.
See how hard they pushing to put this nigga back in office? Like he won't impeach.
You know, this is really interesting because I found it interesting. This is my brain, and this is where I don't have the politics back.
Is he really on house arrest right now?
Well, that's what they say, right? And so this is where it's really interesting because for me, and when they tell us this is happening and this is what we need to be paying attention to, this is what the narrative is. When it comes to Trump, every single time they bring him up, he is the villain. He is the bad guy. He is the one that is trying to make America in a worse state than it already is. Now, if we look at America for what it is right now, shit is shit. Shit is bullshit. So whatever Trump has to say or Trump has to do, that's the opposite of this. Not even from technicalities of what he's actually bringing to the table. People are like, yeah, better than what Joe Biden's doing, better than what Kamala Harris is doing, whatever the fuck they're doing.
Sleepy Joe.
So, like, it's really interesting because, I mean, 8 years ago, at this point, we were like, yo, get this man out of here. Now we're like, yo, bring this man back. And, like, that is...
Who's saying that? I ain't saying that shit.
That is what the majority of America is saying. That is what and for me, it's not even like, are you Democratic? Are you Republican? You are like Americans right now, and we're Black Americans, we're African Americans. So in terms of how we view this shit, it doesn't really apply to us. It doesn't really apply to us for real. I mean, if you really want to get serious, but if you want to apply the American thing, bro, when Trump was in office, even when we were in COVID, we was good.
The door, Kiss. The door.
You said we were good
financially
because of Trump?
Because of Trump?
I just want y'all to know, if any other president would have been in office, it would have been the same shit.
You know, I was about to say, it would have been the same thing.
It would have been the same shit. The only reason they did that shit in the begin with is because it was publicity for him to go into the next election and hopefully win it. That's all that was.
So, well...
Because let's not forget that his fucking representatives that he had in place in office were the ones denying us our fucking money to begin with.
Exactly.
But people keep forgetting that shit.
Well, as Americans, what do we do?
We prepare for this fucking ball of fire that's about to come through here. That's what we do.
Ball of fire.
Bro, the world is about to, oh my goodness. Hopefully, it's just, it's like, okay, well, like our currency falls and shit like that. And it ain't no like nuclear war, no shit like that, bro. Because, boy.
So,
this shit, boy.
What y'all talking about with this dollar?
Let's.
So China literally just went over. Where did they go? They just gave somebody like billions of dollars so they could get rid of the U.S. dollar currency in their country.
Let me get them. There is a whole bunch of things that happened while we were away. Let me start from let me see if I can get it from the top because it was so much from the damn top. China. Is there one before then? Nope. All right, let's start. Russia, China, Iran, and Saudi Arabia are moving away from the U.S. dollar. Now, that was March 29th, right? So that was then. From there, we had China and Brazil have reached a deal to trade in their own currencies, ditching the U.S. dollar. That was the same day. March 29th. Let's see. Saudi Arabia partners with China to build an oil refinery for $12 billion. That was 6 days ago. Guys move fast. We're not playing around. I am not finished. Here we go. China yuan surpasses the euro to become Brazil's second largest reserve currency. That was 4 days ago. As it's not done. Saudi Arabia, Russia, UAE, Iraq, Kuwait, Oman, and Algeria to cut oil production output until the end of 2023. So basically, they are doing business from what the previous deals I just said earlier for the rest of this year. So that happened 3 days ago. Let's see. China's yuan has replaced the U.S. dollar as the most traded currency in Russia for the first time. That was 2 days ago. Saudi Arabia cuts ties with the United States for economic independence. That was also 2 days ago. Saudi Arabia Crown Prince says he no longer is interested in pleasing the United States. That was in the same day. Goodness gracious.
Told you.
Malaysian Prime Minister says there's no reason to continue to depend on the U.S. dollar. That was yesterday. China invested $39 billion into Malaysia. That was also yesterday. Shall I go on? China beated the United States in 37 of 44 emerging technologies. China is beating the United States in 37 of 44 emerging technologies. That was 10 hours ago. And let's see. Donald Trump says China will displace the U.S. dollar as number one currency, and that was 47 minutes ago. So, yeah, in the last week, China has not been fucking around.
Nope. Sure as hell haven't.
Oh, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa are developing a new currency. Oh, that was 4 days ago. But that is also in the pot.
And they had war games. They're doing their war games right now too.
What do you mean by that?
So you know how every year, I don't know if it's every year or every other. It's some time period. So all the military branches get together and have like fucking like games and like exercises and shit, like to test the militaries and shit, and like learn new secrets and stuff like that.
Yes.
So China and I forget who the fuck it is, and Russia, I think, are like doing, theirs, but they're supposed to be like, doing this shit with us too, but they're doing like a separate one. So yeah.
War games indeed.
And then one more comment about Trump. The only reason everybody wants his ass back in office is because a lot of people, like during his presidency, you could get there wasn't a whole lot of backlash for saying shit and doing shit when he was in office. So I guess people want to go back to that shit. And we got to remember, this man was sucking Putin off, bro. That's why the fuck we won't go into war with them niggas back then when he was doing it. He was over there fucking giving up all our secrets and shit to his ass. Man's a fucking traitor. And everybody in the fucking U.S. knows this shit, but no. Put him back in there because he gave us fucking $1,400.
Can't find today.
Let's not forget our fucking how bad prices and shit on everything rose too after we got them fucking them stimulus checks either. I guess people don't forget that they was complaining about that shit, but I guess let's not forget who did that shit. Oh, fucking Trump. You gotta remember, shit trickles down from the previous presidents. So everybody blaming Biden for the shit that we doing now. Yeah, obviously Biden has a big part in some of the shit that's going on right now because he's a fucking dumbass. But a lot of this shit is still trickling down from Trump. So,
well, we're in different times now.
Yes, we are.
We're in different times, and we don't know what's to come in this. We really don't. But see, this is why I hear what you say, Cam, in terms of the severity of the international stage of how America presents itself. And that's a very serious high red alert thing to really present. Like, I feel like that should be the number one thing, high alert thing that people should be on right now. Like, not everything should stop, but in terms of the priority of things to get to a better place, I think we as Americans, if you really invest in the country, should, or would want to, I don't know, bring back I don't know, whatever, help your country, XYZ. But when things like, the LSU versus Ohio, or shit, I had another topic, which was the WWE merging with UFC. Like,
yeah, I saw that shit too.
And this was kind of like another announcement that came along with all this stuff. And that's where it's like, for me, I'm gonna be honest, I am watching WWE. Like, I kind of am, like, watching highlights and keeping up with what's going on, like in storyline and stuff like that. WrestleMania just happened, so I'm kind of on it. But in terms of this new deal, what they just did, and in terms of what they're trying to take it moving forward, it's like, if people who run the world or run America, who run entertainment and all this shit, if they have a plan to keep on entertaining and keep on doing this programming that they have for their citizens, going to war or sending citizens from America to war from like a real, like boots to the ground standpoint, wouldn't be good for business for America, because they have all this other American capitalist shit. Like, if it really was a priority, then if the American dollar losing its value from a world standpoint really was a huge problem for America, then I don't think that we would still be going around like America's good. Like, we were like, all right, y'all, we gotta get our shit together. Like,
shit, why not?
I mean, that's
you gotta remember, we play Big Brother to everybody. So if we, decide to tuck our tails and realize that, you got to take that facade off of us being, like you said, the top dog or whatever, right? And that gives, that's why we going through the shit we about to go through now, because everybody already knows that we aren't top dog anymore. And they know this. And that's why they doing what they doing. Because it's like, yep, about that time. Go ahead and, get these motherfuckers up out of here.
It's like the part in Gridiron Gang where Pee Wee's talking in the background, and they be like, "Shut your ass up, Pee Wee." They're just telling America to shut the hell up.
Yeah, no cap. Like, we over here sending out billions and billions of dollars to go over there and help the fucking Ukraine and shit, and then
they're shitting on us.
Our currency isn't about to be worth shit anymore. But we just sending money out. So, I mean, hey, like I said, I ain't gonna lie to you. Might get crucified for this. Some of your listeners might be like, "Oh, that's bullshit for him to say that." But I'm gonna be real with you. I really don't give a fuck. I don't care. Well, most people, my message to Americans and our listeners is: you live your fucking life, and you live your life to the best of your ability. Because
I'm going to Canada.
These motherfuckers don't give a fuck about us. So that's why when we get into these big ass debates and people want to argue and bitch about who voted for who and the Democrats and Republicans, it don't fucking matter, because if you go back in history, you paid attention to history, all them motherfuckers are supposed to be serving us, the people, to be helping us out. and they serve for their fucking agenda. But yet everybody argues and fights and wants to kill each other and beat each other up over these fucking opinions and shit. But at the end of the day, them niggas do not give a fuck about us. So stop with the bullshit. We all need to come together as a people, figure this shit out on our own. Because the politicians don't give a fuck about us at the end of the day. So, and they proved that multiple times. So,
I like this, Cam.
You know, to me that shit's bullshit. Y'all niggas, yeah. I just don't get it. Like the bullshit that these niggas going through. Because I mean, I got into an argument with somebody the other day about that shit, and I'm just like, bro, what you arguing with me about this shit for, bro? Like, nigga, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really give a fuck. So, I'm just like, y'all niggas, like, you need to focus on your own shit. Focus on your own life. We worry about voting for niggas who gonna do shit for us, but we vote, put presidents in office, and don't shit happen. And then niggas get mad. Well, damn, I voted for that motherfucker. Ain't shit happen. Well, no shit. He's a face. That motherfucker don't do shit. Yeah, he can sign laws and shit and pass shit. He's a fucking face. That's all it is, bro. That's why the fuck they have to pass shit through the legislation and the judicial branch and all that shit. And they got to go through the parties and go through this big ass process because the president does not run every fucking thing. He is the face.
Dropping bombs today. I mean, shit. We done ran through it. Cam done took the ball, slam dunked it, took it back, took a three. Steph Curry took a smoke break, came back, shot for 10 points. Like, this man got 30 right now. I'm letting my man shoot. Shit.
Nah, I'm not supposed to be the only one talking. That's supposed to be y'all too.
Nah, Cam. Nigga. You the one who just put points on the board. Like we was over here. You know, me and Whitley was over here. You know, we was getting a couple buckets. You know, throwing it back and forth, trying to get some buckets. But you done came here like LeBron and just said, "Fuck it." All right, what's good.
So you can't see me. He got that John Cena.
Yeah, you came in here like John Cena, nigga. Just said, "Fuck it." Let me talk y'all real quick today.
Let me tell you something, young folk.
Yeah, I ain't with you. We with it. We back. Shit. But nah, man, that really is the highlight of what's going on. Like, for real. Like, you know, Cam, you know, kind of basically shit. He said it that day. He said what I said. He said Willie said we really got nothing to say. Cam done said it for us. On top, retweet, nigga. Shit,
retweet, nigga.
Shit, I ain't got nothing else to say. Cam done said it. Shit. Whitley, you got something? You got?
Yeah, nah. Cam said it all. I don't give a fuck either.
Shit. No, what's? Damn.
What is WWE and UFC merging?
Oh, okay, all right. So this could be the last topic, and then we can get out of here.
No. We got some shit. We got some other shit. We gonna recap. No, you shut your face.
What? All right. Well, all right.
Boobless demon.
All right. Well, we can get into the WWE merging. So yeah. So literally after WrestleMania, it was my birthday. They basically came out with this announcement that UFC is merging with the WWE, and I guess we don't like that's the announcement in terms of what that looks like, what's going to happen. It's to be announced, so we'll see. But that's interesting. What does that mean for what does that mean for UFC? What does that mean for WWE? What does that mean for games? You know what I'm saying? Like, like for me, it's very interesting because I'm actually I'm back in the WWE right now. So
I want to get into UFC so bad, like not as a person, like me, go do that shit, but like watching it, I want to get in that shit. That shit look wicked.
It is.
Well, I mean,
but it's bullshit. I ain't gonna lie to you because you might pay for like a goddamn fight or some shit, or go sit somewhere to watch it for the pay-per-view fight, like the main event that lasts like 20 seconds.
I know. That's why I would go to. Hey, yo, Cam, next time there's a UFC fight, we go to a bar or some shit.
I'm with it.
I fucks with it.
Yeah, I would just say, really, there are tons of fighters, tons of weight classes. You can have multiple favorites. It's not like, you have to be married to one or nothing. But whatever fighter you like. Like, I mean, I'll be honest, my introduction to UFC was with Wesley. I think him and his dad took me out to, their restaurant or something. It was a fight. And I think my first fight that I actually remembered was...
Didn't I go with you guys? Wasn't... Yeah, we were all together when we went to that. You talking about up there in Concord?
I think so. Yeah.
That little like hole in the wall spot.
I can't remember. I couldn't tell you the name, but I remember the fight. The fight was George St. Pierre versus Matt Serra. And that was actually a legendary fight. That people still talk about that fight today because George St. Pierre beat the bricks off that man. And when I saw that fight, I was like, oh, I like George St. Pierre. And then when I really started to know who he was as a fighter, he was like one of the best fighters at the time. So, you just get to know who you like. And from there, I learned other fighters like Chuck Liddell. Let it bless you. Let it bless you. Chuck Liddell, Rampage Jackson, Rashad Evans, Forrest Griffin. Man, I'm missing so many, but like when I was a kid, those were the fighters that were like, prominent. They're legends now, but yeah. Anderson Silva, oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah,
Chuck Liddell.
Yeah, I said Chuck Liddell. Yeah. I mean, the list is endless, but that era, at least for me, that was like a really. I mean, I wasn't in it like Wesley was, but I definitely enjoyed the fighters and the fights that happened because those are like their fights that we'll talk about today. Yeah, now women's be fighting now.
Hey, them women got hands, boy.
Yeah, they be fucking each other up, bro, for real.
That one girl hit. That one fight, I forgot what her name was, bro. Her whole head was swollen. Like that bitch gave her a new head. Like it went from being a normal head to looking like Megamind type shit. Oh my god.
Nah, they be going crazy. And the crazy, I get it, but I think it's so funny that like they're all like, they all have hair, but as soon as they go in that ring, they all like get braided up. Like they braid all their hair up. It's all
braided up.
Yeah, they all got cornrows on. Like, damn, wait, which one is which? Damn, I don't even know which one.
Or they got a ponytail.
Well, it's funny because most of them have long hair, so assumingly they would, obviously you got to wrap it up, but like the way they cornrow that shit up, I'm like damn.
It's like they going to the streets.
Yeah, definitely. So, definitely appreciate it when good professional fighting is on TV. I ain't mad at that. But yeah, WWE is merging with that, so we'll see how that goes and how that works. So it'll be interesting because WWE is really focused on storylines and really focused on like dialogue. Where
I think it's for the paychecks.
MMA ain't really for that. We here to whoop some ass.
I think they're doing it for the paychecks.
For who?
For the UFC fighters. I would say. I guess they merging so like they can get a better salary, maybe. They bringing in a whole nother like. It's hard to say how many fans, but that's more fans, more revenue. So niggas' paychecks looking bigger. Because UFC, them niggas ain't getting paid shit, bro. Even the main event niggas, bro, ain't really getting paid like that, bro. So for the beatings that they taking, bro, like, nah. I think the WWE make more money than they do, to be honest.
I mean, nowadays, hell yeah, they got Logan Paul on that bitch every week.
Well, he's officially a wrestler, bro. I mean, of course he's gonna be out there.
He is not a wrestler.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
He's not.
Bro, Cass.
The man wrestles only on pay-per-views. He's not a wrestler.
Shit. Sound like a wrestler to me.
See, that's that bullshit. See, there's levels to this shit. And this ain't a wrestling.
My bad. I'm sorry.
But there's levels to this shit. you don't just be the guy who comes on pay-per-views and then only come on pay-per-views. No, you're not The Rock. You're not John Cena. You're not Rey Mysterio. You're not them. Okay?
You're right. He's fucking Logan Paul.
Man, we ain't doing this shit, man. This is why I don't like the new age of certain shit, because even though he is for ratings and maybe exposure, good for WWE, I guess, but maybe I'm at a point where I like the old-fashioned, you gotta really learn,
Wait, you said there's more exposure for the WWE? Shit. Fuck no, it's more exposure for the UFC. The WWE definitely has a bigger fan base than the UFC, bro.
Yeah, and I was only going to say that because of mainly because of kids. But if you take the kids out, it's probably the same.
Oh no, bro. You still got grown ass adults, bro, watching WWE.
No, I feel that. I'm not mad at that. I'm just saying, like, I'm not in disagreement. The WWE fan base is definitely bigger than UFC. I just feel like
because you got kids, you got preteens, you got teens, you got the, adult, beginning of adulthood, I'd say, 21 to 23. You got 21 to 24. Then you got 25 to 30 who's still watching. And you still got some 30-year-olds who are 35 still watching WWE. You know what I'm saying? So it's it just
I guess my question
expands. So
I guess my question is, what does the WWE get out of this?
Shit, honestly, I don't know.
This seems okay. I guess that's my thing. It seems very one-sided. I don't this is a big, everything that you're saying. This is big ups for UFC, but what? Literally, WWE just had WrestleMania at LA for 2 nights, and that shit was dope. Again, I'm not watching it live. I'm just watching highlights and shit, and I'm hooked. So I'm what does the UFC have to offer to the WWE that makes it worth that?
Honestly, I don't know.
And that's where it's okay.
I don't know.
I just don't see.
I guess the realism.
But my thing is, I guess I don't see WWE and UFC having a pay-per-view in the same building at the same time. I don't see we're finna have a fight, a UFC fight, and then after this UFC fight, we're gonna have Roman Reigns, defend the title against fucking, I don't know, Brock Lesnar, and it's
isn't what's his name? Isn't Jake going to the UFC? Isn't he trying to start a career of Jake Paul?
I don't know.
I think he is. So that could be a part of it too. They could have where them two niggas it's a crossover where Logan fights his brother.
But that's not
UFC versus WWE type shit. You know what I'm saying? Because
that's not Cam. What?
Bruh, the generation that we're in, Kes, is all about clicks, bro.
That is
and likes
terrible.
And views.
No.
So if you got Logan Paul and Jake Paul, these two random ass white boys who just apparently are changing the sports that they are in, right? Then they just happen to mesh now. WWE and UFC are meshing, they're meeting, and then these two niggas are the prime time now of the gold, the new booties, right? And then there's their golden egg.
Okay. Under what rules? Whose rules are we fighting under?
It's probably combined rules. Shit, who knows? Guess what? No bars. I guess it's no bar rules where you could use anything, nigga. Shit. Because UFC, you could kick, knee, hammer, fist. You could pretty much beat this nigga's ass besides kicking him in his fucking dick and punching him in his throat and shit like that, or punching him in the back of the head and shit like that.
Logan Paul.
WWE. You damn near can do whatever. Shit, you goddamn, the ref said you can't hit this nigga with a chair, but somehow he get distracted by a nigga, right? And then you smack this nigga with the chair. And you ain't seen shit. Come on now.
That's not real. That's not real. See, this is where the UFC WWE thing doesn't mix. It doesn't mix. That doesn't mix. Like you can't tell a UFC fighter to go into a main event. Any UFC fighter, doesn't matter, to go into a main event with a WWE fighter, or WWE superstar. Even the names sound different.
I'm not saying like everybody doing it. I'm just saying like it's Jake Paul and Logan Paul. Nobody else is crossing. Just them two niggas.
So Jake Paul should.
Huh?
So Jake Paul should win.
I mean, yeah, technically.
Man, we'll see. I'm not against it. Obviously, I'm very interested to see how this is gonna turn out in the future. But
you sound real negative, though. You sound like you want this to fail.
I don't know what it is. Like, I mean, in terms of what exactly, like, I know for one thing, we're gonna get some type of product in terms of a game out of it, or we're gonna get some type, game out of it. So I understand that whatever WWE is doing, because they make their games every year, and it's with 2K, and UFC is with EA Sports. So in terms of making a game, and they're now together, like there's just a lot of red tape that is being crossed right now. So it's like, where does it make sense? Because unless WWE, I mean, from a gaming standpoint, if WWE stops making games for 2K and they go to EA, or UFC gets off EA and they go to 2K, there needs to be a game next year from one of those two companies. And if they're together, then I would assume they're going to make a joint game. And if they both depend on each other to make a joint game when they're both their own franchises and they fail, I don't see why they did that in the first place.
Well, I mean, it's trial and error. So, I mean, I guess if it fails, it fails. But
that's a
we haven't got to that point.
That's $1 billion. That's $1 billion. That's $1 billion bullshit.
They got it in the bank. They don't care.
I mean, have you played UFC 4?
No.
It's really good.
Actually, yes. Yes, I have.
I'm about to say it's really good. Like, and WWE 2K23 is really good. I mean, it had this little quirks, but it's really good. So, moving forward, if they're able to still do this little merging and still make the games in their respective companies, that's one hell of a merge. But it's just like, we'll see. We'll see. All right, love to get my little, entertainment shit on, entertainment news all across the world, all across the board. Millions and billions of dollars all talked about, so we can get millions and billions of dollars in our pockets. Yeah. So before we close out, Whitley, are you with us still?
Yeah.
I ain't heard nothing.
Well,
where have you been?
Well, no, she ain't fucking with us on that shit. It's great. But you can explain to Cam, since he didn't hear the beginning, your feeling of the after process.
After process of my boobies? What are we talking about?
Your boobies, lady. Your boobies.
Listen, man. I'm pretty sure you got me snoring on this recording.
You said what?
Some of the medication has kicked in.
Oh Lord. Oh.
But only in the tired sense. Like, I caught myself snoring on the recording like 3 times already in the last like Lord. 20 minutes. This
girl
that's why I was quiet.
She is
fighting. I was out here fighting bootless demons. Okay.
Fighting demons for real.
This girl dated. She needs to get some sleep. She's had a long, strenuous day. Yeah, she needs to get herself acquainted with her new tatas.
I'm out here losing center of gravity.
Oh Lord, she done fell over and did a tumble roll.
No, not yet. But I have stumbled.
Lord.
Oh Lord.
What would you like to know? What would you like to know? We gave a moment of silence to my lost titties.
We did. Yes, we did. But yeah, man. Any last thing you got, Cam, before we close out of here?
Wait, Cam.
Yes. What's up?
Did you know Lizzo was married to Jack Black?
Fuck no, I didn't know Lizzo was married at all, and I would never have guessed that she was married to Jack Black.
It is in Star Wars. I was watching The Mandalorian,
Mm-hmm.
and Lizzo is married to Jack Black in Star Wars.
Really?
Yes.
In The Mandalorian?
In The Mandalorian, the new episode that just came out.
Oh, okay. It's in the new season then. All right. Facts, I haven't watched that. Oh, that's crazy.
I looked up and was like, is that Lizzo? And then looked again out, and I was like, okay. And then she's holding someone's hand, and she's the Duchess and all that stuff. She's the Queen. And her king was talking, and I was like, okay, they're holding hands. She was like, oh, blah, 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 love, blah, blah, this is my man. And I'm listening to his voice, and I looked up, I said, is that Jack fucking Black? Oh, hell.
That's funny as hell.
That makes sense. It makes sense.
This man Jack Black in every fucking thing now.
Okay,
I've been seeing him a lot lately.
Good.
That's crazy they put Lizzo in The Mandalorian, though. That's wild.
Right? Who knew she was a fucking fan?
That's what I'm saying. Even if she wasn't a fan, who the fuck would have thought they was gonna put Lizzo in the fucking Mandalorian in Star Wars? Who? Out of all people.
And married to Jack Black of all people.
And married to Jack Black, and then they put his ass in there. And yeah, see, that's crazy.
Well, man, I think it's evolutionary, bro. I think it's really dope that a lot of artists are able to get into these roles off of what they've been able to do. I think also from her winning her Grammy, she's definitely got another door of opportunities that she can get into, and I think this is one of them.
Listen, Lizzo's out here doing it, okay?
Nah, most definitely. Like I was saying this earlier, like a lot of artists. Cam, you weren't on, but I'm gonna end it though. A lot of artists are definitely getting into the entertainment space in terms of movie shows, cameos, which is, voice acting, and like I support it. I just noticed that it's happening a lot. It's happening a lot quicker, to where it should be applauded, because if that's the space they want to go, then most definitely do that. But as an artist, sometimes it does make me feel like, who are the ones that are strictly here for the music? You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously this comes with the territory, but I just miss the artists who grow and become the icon through music first, and then once they like dominate their music, then that's when it's like, oh shit, they're in this and they're in this, and it's like and not saying that Lizzo is not in that, because she's definitely did it with Jack Black in this show, but it's like, I don't listen to Lizzo, I don't listen to her music, but I do know that, like, she's obviously going to go higher in other places musically and entertainment show wise, but maybe I'm just speaking for the rap game. Because every rapper I know is in some type of cameo. Because Kendrick was in the Power cameo. Richie did a really good job in, by the way. But yeah, no, shout out to the artists. Shout out to the artists being able to branch out into new spaces.
Did you know that This Is America was a diss to Drake, Cam?
You said what?
Tell him, Cam.
This Is America. Childish Gambino did an interview, and he was talking about how the beginning concept of This Is America started off as a Drake diss.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And I said a lot of things, but I ended up saying he definitely missed a golden opportunity, because if he would have came out officially with that and that song came out, that would have been the greatest diss song ever.
Right.
He would have got he would like that's the most soulful diss song in the world. Oh my gosh.
Facts.
This boobless demon is drifting, but she also might drift to Fortnite. I'm letting you know right now. So don't judge me if you see me.
How you gonna be drowsy playing Fortnite, man?
Listen, man, that's when I get my good wins.
Wow. Alrighty. Well. All right. Well, I think we've covered a lot. We done set it off. Cam done set it off. So yeah, man, we back. Episode 46 officially. And yeah, man. Hopefully the world will be in a better space when we come back.
Alrighty.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Yeah. Hopefully we won't have any type of, let me not even put that in universe. Yes, everyone be blessed. Everyone.
All I'm gonna say is take care of your chickens. And take care of your mental. That's all I'm gonna say.
Because
Yes, listeners, please have a blessed night, have a blessed day, and we'll be back. See y'all.
Joseph.